Hey everybody, Strainers103 here today with yet another replay cast. I'm playing my USS Balance, the tier 11 US, I guess you could say premium, it's not really, a reward destroyer. It's a tier 10 game, so I'm top tier here, as you can quite clearly see. I'm in, at the end of the day, I am in a tier 11 destroyer. It's not really too special of a game, but it really just highlights the, I guess you can say, it highlights one of the strong points and some of the lots of weaknesses of the ship. Now, before I actually get on with this replay, and mind you, it's not really that great of a replay, so I figured it's just fine to serve as a background footage, more or less, kind of. I've officially left the Supertest now. I've rescinded all my rights, so, and whatnot, so, it does mean I'm going to be paying a lot less attention to the development of World of Warships, feeling that I simply do not... I hate to say it, I don't give a fuck anymore. If I really didn't give a fuck, I would have just quit the game and said, screw you guys, I'm going home. I still have sufficient care enough left in me to at least play, but figured I'd just make an announcement. I will be making, as I guess you can say, the last thing I leave behind, if you want. I'm going to be making a full, comprehensive aircraft carrier feedback video series where there will be, well, it'll be going two ways. Imagine a tech tree where you start in the middle, you can go to the left and to the right, like more like a RPG skill tree. Imagine to the left of it, there's my personal opinions about shit, and to the right of it is each individual topic that would be talked about regarding aircraft carriers, such as, different types of aircraft, fighters, bombers, their roles, striking, defense, offense, air-to-surface interaction, surface-to-air interaction, different ways of balancing things, damage, anti-aircraft system, things like, for example, strafing, different mechanics for fighters, different mechanics for bombers. Do we want an altitude system or not? Can you make an altitude system work? Do you want to change the user interface? Or do you want to completely rework carriers and, for example, make them battle carriers and make the gameplay somewhat more similar to that of a battleship, except you're not shooting guns, you're launching planes, shit like this. There's all sorts of different ways you can make aircraft carriers, and throughout this, with some help and together on stream, I'm sure we can eventually make something work out of it. So yeah, I'm definitely working on that. At least that's an intention. Anyways, kicking this game off, I spot an enemy shimmer that neither has concealment, paint, camo paint, or concealment expertise. So at this point, just as he's about to spot me, I'm going to open fire, seeing that his guns are actually pointing this way. I'm hoping I can bait him into turning to engage me. Yeah. I succeed, although, however, I do forget the fact that both of the Hindenburgs would be able to maintain detection of me, so I do bleed quite a lot of health in killing the shimmy. But it's an enemy destroyer dead, and I didn't have to use a radar, just as most of them. Now, keep in mind, I do not have torpedo acceleration, and well, yeah, so, not the world's best captain. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be able to get Bravo capped without any more interference, because that would be kind of nice, because I've already bled 7,000 of my health. Anyways, back to the topic I was talking about. Hopefully I'll be able to get something like that out. Maybe I'll do something a week, but it's going to be, well, the goal is to make it full, comprehensive, and something actually worthwhile, although considering the rather recent rapid developments for my, my personal self in terms of willingness to give a shit about this game, if I'll just put it straight forwards, I haven't really felt for it. And, well, I did originally intend to get this out previously this week, in fact, at the beginning of this week. I haven't even found any motivation to even just look at my notes at all to even start working on this, so yeah, I guess you can say motivation plus real life equals fuck this game right now. Anyways, enough about that shit. I just want to leave a final note that I have full confidence in the current remaining Supertest and the replacements that have been found to fill in the void that I have left in the Supertest EU server. I do have confidence in the Supertest EU to be able to continue producing good work for whatever it's worth. And for everyone else, keep in mind that the Supertest is meant to not just be top level players or only players that know what they're doing. It's supposed to be a representation of the player base as a whole, and I think the current Supertest EU does a good job of that. There are a lot of good players in the Supertest. There are players who are less experienced. There are players who may be more casual than, for example, me. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people more casual than me. As I spot an enemy Des Moines, and while I was realizing there's a Des Moines there, I'm just going to advance in the opposite direction. But yeah. As for other Supertest regions, I don't really know. I've been rather disconnected from them, so I wouldn't be able to say with confidence anything for them, but at least have full confidence in EU being able to handle themselves. It's EU at the end of the day. Anyways, no real developments in this current game you're seeing in the background, and from now on we're just going to talk about that. I made a pretty big mistake here. Instead of mirroring the Des Moines' path of travel, I skid at a slightly slanted angle, figuring maybe he's ready to use his radar, but that clearly wasn't the case, so he gets his radar up, and, well, because I'm 9.8, I'm just going to sail in a straight line and mash the R button if my engine gets blatted, so hopefully I can get myself out of range of that Des Moines, who also makes a bit of a mistake. He turns, so I get out of his radar range a little bit faster, and since I never fired, and there's nothing else in the near vicinity, I can rather safely damage control party without fire, because the Zed gets spotted, and we know the Yugumo is down there torping away at our teammates, so that's quite fair. Now that's a torpedo volley. I'm actually launching an attempt to catch the Des Moines, figuring he's not going to chase our team for too long, considering he's spotted and hopefully will get shot at by my team. Although the team seems to be not very interested, and they probably will focus down the closest target, the Iowa, because more health points is a battleship, therefore must shoot, am I right? So, yeah. I mean, I haven't really achieved much this game. All I did was knock out a full HP Shimmer, which had survivability expert, but not concealment expert, which is quite the interesting fact to note. At the moment, those torpedoes look kind of bad. I was hoping that the Des Moines would not be fully chasing, and that he would at some point try to disengage and pull back. So I think this is going to be a completely wasted torpedo salvo. But it's fine. I've bled down to 8,000 health now, and the Des Moines is actually making a turn, although unfortunately he made the turn way too late, so I'm not actually going to clip him. Bit sad, but because I am down to 8,000 health, my adrenaline rush is working, so I'll have a faster torpedo reload speed otherwise. But I believe I am... Does this even work in replays? I don't think this works in replays. No, it doesn't. But again, I'm just taking another chance at the Des Moines, figuring that he might be making some weird moves towards mid. If not, then there will at least be a Z46 in the vicinity to hopefully get some torpedoes out. Minotaur's making a really, really dodgy play in my opinion. He's going to the middle of the map. If anything, he should be trying to get himself a crossfire position to be able to deal damage. Enemy Kagura does go down, so that leaves just the enemy Z46 for me to actually worry about. Our northern team at the moment seems that they might be winning. I sure would hope that they do. They are wanking down that Iowa quite nicely, and we do have a friendly Grotzer Kurfürst who's also trying to engage that thing's broadside, which is good for us, although it didn't seem to get any decent hits on him, so the guy's still going on, which is a bit unfortunate. What's also unfortunate is our Grotzer Kurfürst is, in all fairness, throwing away his ship, because he's going way too ham somewhere he shouldn't be, and getting stuck on islands is never really too good of an idea. Anyways, I'm heading more towards the middle of the map now, the northern middle, our side of it, to try to make a recontest. The Minotaur gets taken out by the enemy Des Moines, who's up to this point been playing pretty damn well, so he's been a rather big pain in the ass for me. Although he has not really been able to do too much damage to me, and I did get lucky in the beginning, able to knock out the destroyer. Now, the enemy did cap Bravo Cap, and since I know that the Des Moines is rather far away, and that my concealment is slightly superior to that of the Z46, and my radar long outlasts his Hydro, I would like to try to torpedo the Rune, but that Rune is probably going to consider advancing, either advancing in the opposite direction, reversing, or rushing down our Kurfürst, who is now taking fire from a smoke screen from Z46. So I'm going to smoke up right now because I want to shoot, and I'm going to immediately try to radar and suppress the Z46, who actually begins reversing upon detection of my radar. But I figured that he was going to pick up the pace and try to get forwards, especially after I knock his engine. So he damagons out rather stat, and he is bleeding a little bit of health, but he's not going to end up bleeding too much because he can just start, advancing in the other direction of me so that he can make himself a harder target to shoot. 28-second radar means myself on my own, I'm not able to actually punish him, and the fact that I had no other fire support means we couldn't knock him. I think our Des Moines, Missouri is rather a bit too far away at the moment to actually be able to effectively engage, but I know exactly where he was and where any potential return torpedo salvos are going to be coming from, and since I have a smoke screen, I might as well hammer away at the roof whenever he is actually spotted. But with the Z46 one side of the smoke screen, there is a good chance his Hydra would never have been able to catch my torpedoes in their entirety, so maybe I can get lucky and clip something behind there. Now Rune decides to launch a floatplane fighter, which could be annoying if he starts pushing towards Bravo Cap. We need to knock him out ASAP, because that will mean that he'll not be able to lock down the cap, which is currently what he seems to be coming down to do. So he's really just, he's pretty much stuffed. We do actually manage to knock out enemy Hindenburg, and that's the kill. Des Moines manages to finish him off. Obvious torpedoes coming in from Z46. All I have to do is just back up and evade them. Whoever's in the back does actually take a torpedo and flood, which is quite nice for me. Though, unfortunately, I don't really want to shoot at him right now. And with the Z46 torpedoes passing, I'm, for the moment, a little bit safe, but the Des Moines is almost certainly going to be advancing up my back end, and, USS Blyat might be USS Bullshit. Can I use the same name? USS Bullshit. That's that. USS Blyat, USS Bowers, the Tier 11 American destroyer. Might be broken, but it's not to the point where you can take on a Des Moines in any way, shape, or form, especially if he's rather healthy. So, at this point, I need to pull a baguette and advance somewhere off into the distance and run away. At the moment, we do have a ship number and the capture point advantage, although position-wise, I'd say the enemy is doing far better than us. As you can see, we're down. We did throw away a Grosser first. Our Z52 actually gets secondary by the Turpitz, who's actually going to go down himself. Our Iowa is now almost dead. This Des Moines kind of stuck. That guy's still alive, so he was able to engage this, and our Iowa does go down. Our Kurfus is pink, so I don't really expect much of him. This guy's probably going to die if he doesn't get any support, because he is being pushed down quite heavily. This Chapayev is probably going to have a really bad day, and this guy's now out in the middle of the open, so not so good for him. At least we've got the enemy Des Moines heading in the opposite direction, so I can kind of head back into mid again, which is definitely quite nice, but we just still need to catch and find the Z if possible, and our fleet positions are honestly really, really horrible, because the enemy has a Kurfürst all the way down south, and that is causing a bit of a crossfire pressure on our team. But for the moment, I'm semi-confident in my ability to push towards mid. I have a Des Moines behind me, so hopefully the Z46 will feel a lot less inclined to press W in our general direction. Plus, he does have a smoke down there. Now, our remaining Des Moines is really, really in a bad position. He's kind of caught between a rock hard place and a buttload of big guns. So I don't really think he's going to be able to extract. And as I only have one more smoke screen because I don't have Superintendent on this captain, because it's my Nicholas captain for whatever reason. I don't have a better captain to stick here, so I suppose. But yeah, because it's a Nicholas captain, it's rather shitty. So I'm pretty much just going to, well, I guess you can say, head towards the south and see if I can't catch away at least the Kurfürst, maybe the Z even. With both of my Des Moines there, maybe I should try to, if possible, put up a screen for them. I definitely don't want to be smoking up any of my friendly cruisers at this point, as selfish as it may sound, because I don't have the ability to do that, because, well, I only have one more smoke left, because there's still a Z on the prowl, and this captain isn't 19 points, as I'm training it. So, this might realistically start screwing us over, but overall the horrible gameplay of our team at the beginning has already screwed us over, because no one broke down Des Moines when there easily was a chance to, and we were unfortunately not able to knock out the destroyers properly, and there you go, a fucking health upgrade Kerfus down there, who probably is now at this point thinking he's doing a good job. In all fairness, his position definitely does help, but it doesn't change shit play from shit play, and yeah, his team desperately needed him elsewhere. But hopefully that's a bit more damage for me to farm on him, although I am currently marking him for targeting, so yeah. Anyways, enemy Z46 shows up on even lower health than I actually anticipated, which is quite nice for me, I suppose. And knowing his position means I can try to come along now and try to make a move. Now I take a very big redrop on the Kerfus, figuring that he's a health upgrade idiot. He's probably going to head straight towards Archapayev, head north and try to nail the cap, figuring his Z46 might now Bravo. Our remaining Des Moines goes down. Archapayev is still alive, so I don't think he's going to last for too long though, because he's kind of caught in a bit of a bad position. Z46 is still alive, which could be very annoying if he tries to contest me. Now at this point I probably should have disengaged lock on this Kerfus, locked something else and gone somewhere else. Maybe he would have thought that I would not be torpedoing. Another problem is that his float plane fighter has just perfect circle time, so I misjudged the torpedo timing a little bit. So that float plane fighter has actually spotted all of those torpedoes on its circle, so none of those are going to hit. And he's probably going to save his Hydro for the next volley. So he's probably not the best target for me to go for. If I can knock out, well, the best is knocking out the Des Moines, because a Z46 on that low HP, I can smoke and tank and kill down myself, because I still have a radar and a smoke screen that I saved. No point checking those torpedoes, those are long gone. And now suddenly this Iowa shows up behind me, so I figure with a Z's, I guess you could say rotation on the map, there is a chance that the Iowa might give chase. The Des Moines shows up, so I am immediately going to match course and go all ahead engines on evasion. Although unfortunately that fucking plane from the Kerfus, that by the way that's the correct plane to be using, is going to spot me, so I have to smoke to try to prevent the plane from gaining vision on me, or at least wait it out, but I also need to make sure I do not lose my engine and I can head the other direction really fast, so that the radar doesn't catch me. The radar isn't going to catch me though, because the Des Moines, I believe, turned the firewall main battery, so I'm just going to head away, and that Des Moines is never going to be able to radar me. The smoke screen actually will serve a secondary purpose of hopefully baiting in the Iowa to maintain bow on towards the smoke, maybe even the Kerfus, but the Kerfus, neither of the Kerfus are actual torpedo targets I need to go for, and at this point while I can launch another torpedo salvo, I feel that the best thing I could possibly do is to make sure that any torpedo salvo I launch is going to be a good one and to make it count. Because points are coming to end, there's only 2.5 minutes left of the game. This Kerfus is almost certainly going to be expecting inbound torpedoes, so I'm holding my torpedoes and I'm hoping for a good chance to drop something. I think the Z or Des Moines decided to fire on my smoke screen. I'm not that dumb to stay in there, not with the Des Moines still up my ass. Now, sorry for this, I am basically just mashing X and jumping between Kerfus and Iowa, making neither of them sure of the inbound torpedo target, plus this constant 1010 on the priority target, if they have it, and that's a good way of finding out if they do or not, will hopefully make the Kerfus worried about torpedoes and not get towards Charlie anytime soon, and hopefully also make the Iowa feel that, well, he's able to maybe do something. Now this Iowa at the moment, I don't actually think he has priority targets, and he may not know I'm targeting him, and considering there have been no torpedoes for a while, he might think they've been launched elsewhere. But with him, the Kerfus, Des Moines, and Z46 lining up, I'm going to launch on the Kerfus and Iowa group over there, because that's honestly the best chance of me being able to get a kill. And at this point, a kill is exactly what I need. If I get one battleship down, I think the points difference will mean that I'll just be able to pull through when the battle timer ends, because it'll prevent them from reaching 1,000, well, they wouldn't be able to reach 1,000 points anyways, and it'll basically get me enough points. Now the Kerfus just simply has too much health. This drop was 100% aimed on the Iowa primarily, but if I do get some more damage off the Kerfus, I'm not going to complain about that now, am I? So torpedoes are going in, they're rather slow. That was the last torpedo drop of the game. So at this point, literally all I have to do is to head in a straight line away from the Des Moines to make sure that he is not going to get a radar range to be able to kill me, because if I die, we definitely lose. Because, you know, last ship standing. Iowa makes a really bad turn, so he's going to take 2, and 2 is a guaranteed kill. Actually, in fact, he's going to take 3, so 3 is a guaranteed, more than guaranteed kill on this guy, because sectioning will never ever save a battleship like that. Not on a center line, sectioning will never save. So yeah, I'm actually going to win. We will have sufficient points by the time this 15 seconds does bleed down, and I still just need to sail in a fucking straight line so that they can't actually lie and shoot me. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast. I will be streaming shortly, maybe some clan battles, maybe not. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and follow my Twitch TV /strangers123, and I'll catch you in the next one.